How to control background brightness to make your subject stand out. In this video, I will show you how to control the background brightness to make your subject stand out by using only one strobe. The strobe I used this time was a Godox 8200 attached to a round Godox QRP70 softbox. The subject was about 4 meters away from the background. First, decide the position of the strobe. At first, I placed the strobe in front of the subject. Lighting from the front gives a flat impression without any three-dimensionality. Next, I try lighting the subject from the side. I put the softbox as close to the subject as possible while being careful not to get it in the frame. The exposure is shutter speed 1/160th, aperture f3.2, ISO 200. The subject looks great with this cool, three-dimensional lighting, but the background is too dark. Since the strobe light does not reach the background, if you want to brighten it, slowing down the shutter speed will make it a little brighter. Try shooting at the shutter speed one stop slower at 1/80th. The background is now a little brighter. Since the softbox hasn't moved, the subject has the same cool lighting. The background is too dark, so try shooting at the shutter speed one stop slower at 1/40th. The background is still dark. I want to make it brighter. Making the shutter speed any slower will result in camera shake, so I'll show you a slightly more difficult technique here. Turn down the light intensity of a strobe by 1 2/3 stops. This will make the face darker, so increase the ISO by 1 2/3 stops, which should make the background brighter without changing the brightness of the subject. Now let's try shooting. The brightness of the background now has more atmospheric feel. The brightness of the subject face remains the same. However, when you slow down the shutter speed, the shadow area of the subject face actually becomes a little brighter as well, so it will appear a little brighter. If the subject and background are far apart in a room, and you bring a softbox closer to the subject, the background will be dark because the light from the strobe won't reach it. In that case, you can brighten the background that is not hit by the strobe by slowing down the shutter speed. If your shutter speed becomes too slow, increase the ISO to reduce the amount of light from the strobe. This will have the same effect as slowing down the shutter speed. Remember that strobes are not affected by shutter speed. A little difficult, but interesting, isn't it? Give it a try, everyone.